Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So, welcome back. We're here at Nashville. So, I am doing the Walker Air Transport Nascar 2022 tour. Sorry, just fumbling around with my words today. So, this is the leg where we're traveling from Nashville up to Road America, which is up in the Wisconsin area, it appears. So this race took place on Sunday, July 3rd in 2022. So this would then be Saturday, July 2nd that we're getting ready to fly here from Nashville. So Sheboygan Airport, where we're headed, is got a pretty short set of runways, 5,000 and 6,000 feet. So we're going to jump ahead and use our Cessna again. So I'm going to get myself set. Going to be using the typical set of add-ons. We're going to try to use Beyond ATC and so forth. But on the Cessnas, I don't usually use self-loading cargo or anything like that because it just tends to create more problems than it solves. So let me get some progress made, and I'll be back in a bit. Nashville clearance, Walker 4021, request IFR clearance to Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Walker 4021, Nashville clearance. Cleared to Sheboygan County Memorial Airport. G-Dog tree departure. Vapor transition. Then as filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 119.35. Squawk 4366.
Cleared to Sheboygan County Memorial. G-Dog 3 departure. Vapor transition then is filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 119.35. Squawk 4366. Walker 4021.
Walker 4021. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground 121.9er. Walker 4021. Nashville ground. Request push and start. Walker 4021. So we should be ready to go here for the most part.
Walker 4021, Nashville ground. Pushback and engine start approved.
We'll just get
Face
ourselves
north.
set. Face north, Walker 4021. Alright, so should be down here. Then I think we'll be okay, because we'll just pull out of here. I don't think there's much that we need to do, so, because we basically need to kind of go, I think, behind us. The runways are out there. I'm going to have to take a look real quick. Yeah, because basically we can just head out that way. We don't really have to do anything too crazy. And then we're going out on 20 center, which is basically right up there. So, but we're going to go ahead and get ourselves spun up here. And we should be good. So let's just make sure we've got beacon light, taxi light, nav light, strobe, seatbelt sign on. Get our pitot heat going. So we'll get the right engine going. And then we'll get the other one. We'll put the guards back on. And we are firing up. So everything is good that way. We've got the flight director. Now we'll get the yaw damper on and get our legs set. So we're basically going to take off, but then immediately, you know, we'll be set and ready to go pretty quickly. All right. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect the parking brake. Move the engines a bit. So again, we'll just get ourselves turned around. be facing north. Because, yeah, the taxiways out of the general aviation space here are a little strange. I think in a lot of cases they use the shorter runway that is kind of nearby, which I think, I don't remember what runway it is, but we'll be facing it basically. So that plane there, I think, is coming off. Man, we are having a hard time getting moving here. There we go. Alright. Request taxi to runway Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, runway 20 center taxi via Delta, Foxtrot.
Runway 20 center via Delta, Foxtrot, Walker 4021. So, get our parking brake off. And so basically, yeah, we're going to head out here to Delta. So, again, I'm going pretty fast. I've got a good amount of power. Delta's up a bit. So the immediate turn would be if we were headed a little bit south. Let me back off the engines a bit again. We're going about 18 knots according to my monitoring on little nav map. Now we're on Delta. And then we're going to head a little ways. So yeah, it's runway 31 is parallel to us there. That was where I was thinking we'd take off, but I didn't set it that way in Navigraph.
Walker 4021,
that's not what it gave
contact
us.
Nashville Tower 118.6.
Contact Nashville Tower 118.6, Walker 4021. So you can see we've got our hold right there. Whoops, I went too far. Nashville Tower, Walker 4021. So
Walker 4021 did not copy.
Alright, well, we will wait because at this point, yeah, we're requesting departure. So runway 20, we're basically turning right by it. It's right in front of our nose now, a little bit. So I need to head down. And the issue is, like, Delta does not clearly connect to Foxtrot, at least not that I can see. Although, well, maybe it does. I think this is Foxtrot here, which takes us down. And then, I guess, also moves us over toward the runway. So, but yeah, I need to go here and then turn. And there is the runway. Alright, so now we can request departure. In Nashville Tower, request departure, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, Nashville Tower, wind 075 at tree, fly heading tree 60, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff, Walker 4021. Alright. So, we've got everything set. And as is typical with these smaller private jets, doesn't take very long to get going once you know where you're headed. So, we can turn off the taxi light, turn on our landing light, and we are now ready to go. So, release the parking brake, spin things up, get ourselves a little more straightened out here. We can watch those white lines move on up to the top, which will give us the indicator that we're full throttle. And we'll be able to rotate and get off the ground here. So, positive climb, gear up, and I'm going to go ahead and do that and engage the autopilot. Should be all set. Not quite sure what it's doing. It might
Walker
just be...
4021, contact Nashville departure. Have a good day.
Alright, so they're turning. It's doing the right thing, but... Alright, so we're going to V-speed ourselves up here, because we are dangerously... Well, now we're going too fast. So let's slow down.
Walker 4021, contact Nashville departure. Have a good day.
Nashville departure, Walker 4021. Nashville departure, Walker 4021. 1,000 feet.
Walker 4021, Nashville departure. Radar contact. Cleared direct KNNGG. Resume the G-Dog tree. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Cleared direct. Kilo November November Golf Golf. Resume G-Dog 3. Climb and maintain flight level 190. Walker 4021. Alright, so we're passing over the 100 Oaks Mall here. It's a mall near the airport. Bit of train back there. There's Nashville. At least I'm pretty sure that's what I'm looking at. I got a little turned around because that was a little, yep, zooming out on my map a bit. But that was, yeah, a little bit more harrowing than it should have been. So, anyway, let's get ourselves here. Put ourselves on VNav. And we'll get up to 19,000 is what we'll clear ourselves to. Whoops, a little too far. So the flight plan is set a little higher, well, a lot higher, but we're not going to go up to 43,000 or whatever it is that we've got things set to. Alright, I've got the flaps up. Oops, we can speed things up some. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't work correctly. So we'll see what we can do. But now it's having us climb at 3,100 feet. Alright, there's Nashville proper. And we're basically heading pretty much due north out of town. You know, Wisconsin's a little ways out there. We've got a few planes up in the air. Sky's pretty clear. I did take a chance and use real weather. I didn't look at the weather, which is probably bad as a pilot. But usually things are pretty straightforward. So, and I know I'm kind of up north, and we don't have any horrendous weather here, so I'm thinking a little bit west of us, we wouldn't either. But we're going to have a flight time of about an hour and 20 minutes. I'm probably going to go ahead on this one, and not sure that I'm going to cover everything. I mean, I haven't covered the flights in their entirety, except when I've been trying to demonstrate all the pieces, but obviously we're not really worried about that in this case, you know, but we're kind of at that point shortly. I mean, we're still at Nashville departure. Once we get past the center, basically what we're going to be doing is just getting passed from one location to another pretty regularly. So not much happening, and obviously as we are already approaching 10,000 feet, I mean the scenery is nice and all, but it's not like the VFR flights. So if you're looking for full flight videos, I encourage you to check out the VFR series that I've started that's going around the world. And that's very meandering and has a lot of waypoints and so forth where we're actually kind of sightseeing as we fly. And we have some interesting information, or at least a little bit of information. So what I was able to find is actually a pretty intriguing setup, but if you're interested in that, I'd say go take a look over there. I guess we can turn the seatbelt sign off. I technically never do on the Cessna, but don't have much to do because we have 448 nautical miles to go. It's telling me an hour and 48 minutes, but we're also only going about 200 knots. We're going to end up obviously going significantly faster than that. We're going to be a little closer to 300. So I would anticipate once we get to a cruising altitude that that'll drop to a little over an hour. But I'm going to go ahead at this point and continue this flight, get my passengers over near Sheboygan, and as we start to get ourselves set for landing and we're talking a little more to ATC, I'll get you back on with me. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, we are heading in here to Sheboygan, about 7,000 feet, and not quite sure how far, but about 20 miles. Turn left 035, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, descend and maintain 2,800.
Descend and maintain 2,800, Walker 4021. Alright, so we're going to get that dialed in case we use it. I've kind of been descending at my own rate. The calls have been keeping up appropriately though, so shouldn't be too bad. But at this point we're on the vector to basically get to the RNAV approach. So Toru, that is, 8 miles away, is the start of that approach.
Walker 4021, contact Chicago Center 127.0.
127.0, Walker 4021. Chicago Center, Walker 4021, 5,000 feet.
Walker 4021, stay altitude.
I don't know why it never gets that. 5,000. It might be because I'm adding feet
Walker
to it and it's
4021,
confused,
Chicago
so
Center,
I need
Roger.
I'm trying to get out of that habit. Alright, let me slow down some because we're over speeding for sure. And I'm going to get yelled at by my tracker. I kind of had to step away at one point and got way faster than I should have. Man, we are bouncing. It's only... the wind's like 5 nautical miles or something. Oh, well, you know, maybe it's not 2,800. That's where it wants me. Wow. Because at that point, if it's giving me altitude, that means we're... oh no, never mind. Altitude. I thought it was telling me like 2,500 feet when it first made that sound. Now we're there.
Airport is at your 12 o'clock 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
Airport 12 o'clock, Walker 4021. Alright, well, that's once I turn, probably onto 35.
Verify you have the field in sight.
Looking for field, Walker 4021. Oh.
Altitude.
We'll see where we're at. So, I think I have it. Report field in sight, Walker 4021. So I'm pretty sure that's it over there.
Walker 4021, cleared visual approach runway 4.
Alright, so I'm going to slow down a little bit more. And put out the flaps. So that'll slow us down. And we're going
Walker
to do V-speed.
cleared visual approach runway 4.
Cleared visual approach runway 4, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, no tower services available at Sheboygan County Memorial Airport. Frequency change approved.
Alright, why is this? I want V-speed. There we go. Alright. And I want to slow down some more.
Walker 4021, Chicago Center.
No tower services, Walker 4021. Not sure what it wants me to say, but... Alright. Oh, well, at least it reminded me, as opposed to one time where I was just doing something stupid.
Autopilot.
Alright, you know what, I'm gonna keep on autopilot until I get closer, because I'm definitely, so, gonna get ourselves down.
Altitude.
Let's see. I go down a little bit faster because I'm only 3 nautical miles away and I'm still 1,000 feet above ground level. I think that's a bit much. So, need to be... Alright, now I probably want to slow the roll a little bit here. So we'll get it to 400, 500 nautical miles. Alright, now I probably need some more thrust, because yeah, I'm barely going 100 here. So I'm going to end up like crashing before I make it, which would be really bad and really unfortunate. What is happening? So I also had kind of forgotten to check my fuel before I left. So it's been a bit of a unfortunate, you know, it's been pure luck that I haven't had a disaster. But we've got about 600 pounds left here. Alright, so clearly the wind is a bit much here. So we're gonna see how well we can do, but man, there's a lot happening right now. So I think I'm too low, because now I'm all white. I don't think I want that. Actually, all white probably means I'm too high. 200 feet. Going 115, so we're definitely not overspeeding. I am pushing down, believe it or not, but man, this thing is struggling. Alright, I am now dropping my thrust, and we are going to come down and hope that we do this decently. Alright. So I think I technically bounced, but not a bad result. So nobody's really here, so we're not going to do much. We're just going to pull off and then just stop and be complete. So I'm going to turn these off. I'm going to check my landing. Well, it said I touched down at 68, honestly, so That was actually quite nice. But it's deboarding, and there we go. It has filed, and we should be good. So, hope you've enjoyed the trip. We are here in Wisconsin for Road America. We're going to go ahead and let our folks that we've transported enjoy their time here. And I will see you next time for Walker Air Transport NASCAR 2022 series. If you've enjoyed this and haven't dropped a like, or if you are not a subscriber yet, please consider those things. And I will see you next time.